Well, good evening, everybody. This is Denise Coop. I get the privilege of educating you tonight on our webinar. Somebody very special to you invited you to look at our information tonight. And so first off, I want to say thank you for them. Thank you for me. We know your time is very, very valuable today, especially today. And so we're going to get right into it. And I'm going to go through some things that may be too fast. You may have some questions that you wish I would have gone deeper into. So I encourage you to get a piece of paper out, and as I go through, jot those questions down. One of the things as a distributor for Zija, I love questions. And the reason I love questions is because I know that I have a team and a group of people that can back me up when I don't know the answer. So we want to make sure we get your questions answered, and I might not touch on every single thing that you wanted to know tonight. My goal tonight is to educate you, get you a little fired up, get you excited about these amazing products that can absolutely impact lives. And so with that, I'm going to go right into the story, which is why I continue to be so excited. These are my 4 awesome, beautiful children that I absolutely adore. Some of you, if they have kids, might be laughing a little bit, but I do. I love them, and they're my why. You see, in 2011, I had a good friend that introduced me to Zija, and she wanted me to look at Moringa oleifera. And at this point, we had been living in Kentucky for about 3 years. We had moved here from Michigan. My husband and I, we've been married for 19 years. And I started out in life with these dreams and goals of being an engineer. I was an engineer, and then when we had our first one, I decided to transition into being a stay-at-home mom. And so my friend said, "Hey, Denise, I want you to try this. I'm so excited." I'm a good friend. And so those of you on this call tonight, you're a good friend for looking at this information, and that's me. I'm a good friend. I like to look at stuff, and I like to support my friends. And she shared with me the main reason is because we had worked out a lot together. And she listened to me complain a lot about being overweight, that I would work out so hard and I still couldn't lose the weight. I felt like I ate right and I still couldn't lose the weight. And so that's how she approached me, because we were close friends. And she said, "Denise, they've got this awesome weight loss products." And I'm like, sign me up. Anybody out there feel like that just right now, heading into bikini season, bathing suit season, or even shorts weather? It's like, I wanted to lose weight. I'm like, sign me up. But what my friend really didn't know, and what a lot of people don't know, because we don't have Sharpies that are written down our arms that tell people how much pain we're in each day. So I was 39 years old. She didn't know that I was taking a boatload of vitamins. I was taking a lot of over-the-counter medicine for various pains just to make it through the day. I had some hormonal issues, and just daily I was taking a lot of vitamins, pills, different things to help me get through the day. As you can see, these guys are little, and I love to keep up with my kids, busy volunteering, but there were a lot of times I couldn't participate in activities because I didn't feel well. There were days where I'd call my husband and say, "Please, I need you to come home because I got to go put an ice pack on my head, and I just have to go to bed." And so I lost a lot of time from life. And those are the things that my friend really didn't know about. She just knew my focus was losing weight. I thought I was just going to live with those things my whole life. So she was very wise and invited me to a meeting in a small town in Kentucky, and I got to meet the president. And when he came in the room, I really thought the presentation was going to be about him. I thought the presentation was going to be about his company. And the amazing thing is it was really about the people in the room. It was about people who had stories, testimonies of how this product had changed their lives. And when I left that meeting that night, I wasn't sure that I wanted to do this thing called Zija, but I didn't want to miss out. And so those of you that are like, "What is this thing? These people look happy. It's too good to be true. I don't want to miss out on an opportunity in my life." That's exactly where I was. was I can take this product for me and I can lose weight and it'll impact my children. But did I really want to dive in and help, really, truly help other people? And so I decided to get started in July of 2011. And this, you'll hear little bits of my journey throughout. So the first thing that changed my life is our core nutritional. Have any of you noticed at the grocery store or maybe commercials on TV how much our food has changed in the last 40 years? I'm 43, so I don't really remember how my parents ate. I don't remember how my grandparents ate, but I do know how we eat. And very little of what we eat in a day, if I'm being completely honest, is, in its natural state. We've got a lot of science fiction going on. And even food companies, bless their hearts, they try to get us to eat more food than what we really need. And your body craves nutrition. And so this is Zija's answer to the problems in America when it comes to food. 7 out of 10 Americans are overweight. So this is the foundation. This is the core. This is where Zija came from. We were the first company to market moringa. So we're a category creator, and that just is extremely special to my heart to know that we were able to take this amazing tree, Moringa oleifera, and you can see it's written down there if you're like, what did she just say? If you look at your screen, Moringa oleifera, we were able to take this amazing tree and turn it into food. And just if you look at these things, if you're educated in this area, I was not. This slide really wouldn't have meant much to me if my friend would have showed it to me. I didn't understand antioxidants and free radicals and anti-inflammatories and amino acids. I didn't get it. I didn't get that our bodies crave nutrition, not calories. And so this is pure nutrition being delivered to your body. And I finally made a connection when I was able to sit down with the formulator, and I just said to him, as I'd been taking the product for about 4 months, and I said, explain to me why I feel better. Explain to me why so many issues have gone away. And he explained to me, he's like, the 36 anti-inflammatories. Your body is predispositioned to a lot of inflammation, and he said those 36 anti-inflammatories are what that's helping you. And then the focus, he said, was the omega-3, 6, and 9, the getting rid of the mom fog, the brain fog that I was dealing with. So it was exciting for him, for me, him to put these into normal words like anti-inflammatory, over-the-counter Motrin, things that fight inflammation. So now I understood, because I was just a pill popper, like just grab 4 Motrin because that's what you do when you're in pain. So I just love the fact that he explained that to me. So hopefully that helps those of you who don't know what this stuff is, because I sure didn't. Another thing is you can see on here is if you're interested, like what is this Moringa oleifera? Maybe you're a researcher, you're more into the sciences, and okay, what is this crazy tree? You can go to pubmed.gov, and you can go there, type in Moringa oleifera. It's powered by the National Institute of Health, and you can type in, you'll see all these hundreds of white papers that are written on Moringa oleifera and how they help. And when you start to do that research, you'll come to the same conclusion that so many do, that this is an amazing tree. It's a miracle tree, and there's huge benefits for everybody around the world. Some of the benefits, real quick, just so you know, is that Zija, this is really important, kept it alive. It's 100% absorbable, so that when you actually consume this, your body recognizes it, absorbs it, and puts it to use. We kept it a food, a superfood. We didn't turn it into a drug. We didn't turn it into a vitamin. It's a superfood, and it's delivered to your body. Another component, if you're taking notes tonight and you're going to go do research on what I'm sharing tonight, is that Zija, we use the seed, the leaf, and the fruit. So I'll say that again. We use the seed, the leaf, and the fruit in our products. So if you're a researcher, you can look that up as well. So what did they do? What did, okay, so there's moringa tree, there's all these different varietals. How do they, how do you take a tree and then all of a sudden you start to feel good? Well, this is what they did. They turned it into core nutrition. If you look at your screen, it's kind of split up. There's the XM Plus, which is a black box, Super Mix, and Smart Mix. Those, when I use the word nutrition, that's what I'm referring to. It's a tree in a package. I jokingly will tell people, well, we drink trees. So they put a tree in this package. If you look at Super Mix and Smart Mix in the middle of the screen at the bottom, 100% of the population can consume those. Every single person that I love, that I meet, that I hear has any issues, problems, I so want them to put that in their body and to do it for 90 days, because they will just, amazing things happen at the 90-day mark in your body. And so it's not sometimes people think, so I have to do Super Mix and Smart Mix. No. It's pick a nutrition to start your day with. The difference, and the reason why XM Plus is over on the left, is because that has the same amount of moringa as Smart Mix, but it also has an added plant-based stimulant. It has some garlic, some ginseng, and some green tea. So it's extreme moringa plus some energy. That's my personal favorite. I'm a busy mom of 4 kids. I coach softball teams. I drive children. I volunteer at the school. I run a business. So I love the extra energy. I was addicted to caffeine. I was drinking a pot and a half of coffee a day, not to mention sodas. So for me, that XM Plus gives me 10 hours of energy when I split it up, and I just love it. But understand, yes, it has energy in it. Sometimes people go, well, I have to have the energy kind. Understand your body your body craves nutrition, not calories. So if you consume Super Mix or you consume Smart Mix, you're going to get energy because it's delivering that pure nutrition to your body that you need. Now, many times I talked about I wanted to lose weight. 7 out of 10 Americans are overweight. Many people that I talk to on a daily basis want to lose weight, and they're like, how do I do this? So when you're looking at a weight loss program, first thing I'll tell you up front is our program is a crock pot system. You're not going to drop 30 pounds in a month. You might, but I highly, highly, highly doubt it. We want long-lasting, sustainable, keep the weight off forever, never ever see it again. And so how do you do that? You start with nutrition. And nutrition, if you remember, is XM Plus or Super Mix or Smart Mix. You start your day with nutrition. The second component to losing weight is detoxification. Our food, most of it's made in a science lab, and so we've got to clean out the pipes, and that detoxing is so, so important. And if you look at the screen right in the kind of towards the bottom on the left, it says premium tea. Our premium tea is our detox tea. Now, it's not meant to be a colonoscopy. Get with the person that invited you to the call. They can walk you through specific instructions. Now, please, if you're a person like me that kind of struggled with just somebody telling me instructions, if you have to have them written down, I encourage you to write them down. Let's just say the longer you steep the tea, the more you may be in the bathroom the next day. So you really, really, really want to pay attention to how long you steep the tea. And another component, too, for the detox tea that's important is that it takes about 2 weeks when you're doing the detox tea a couple of times a week, 2-3 times a week, to get it, to figure out what your time is on the clock. I have some people that takes them 45 minutes to steep their tea. If that's just way too long for other people. I have some people it's 3 minutes. So you have to go through a process of figuring what is the best for you, but detox is so, so, so important. And the third thing is we have capsules. We have 2 that are appetite suppressant and 1 is not. But the person that invited you to this can get you on the call with an expert if they're not completely comfortable, and they can walk you through what's the best capsule for me to start with. And those of you who are in the workout world, XM Burn is amazing. I love to take it before runs. I can run longer, faster. It's just, I love Burn. I know a lot of my mom friends, they'll send me a text and say, just took a Burn, getting ready to clean the house. So the products are amazing, totally helpful. XMPM, I love XMPM for a nice restful night of sleep. It's got some great components to it, and then XMAM as well. And the XM Prime or XM the Prime 90, it's got a new name, XM Protein. Those are our shakes. They're completely clean, help you recover after a workout. But I can tell you this too, if you're like me, struggling, kids are getting off the bus at 4, you're leaving for piano, and then you're circling back around and going to baseball, and then dinner's at 9 o'clock at night sometimes, and you're like, I am not going through McDonald's, or I'm not going through Subway, I'm just not doing fast food today. I love to make my kids Prime 90 shakes, chocolate or vanilla, throw some yogurt, fruit in it. They love them. They absolutely love them. And then I know I'm giving them good stuff. So this is the core nutrition line. I don't know about you. I love to see before and after pictures. And these, I can honestly say, these are all my friends. Kim Jenkins on the left has lost, gosh, Kim, I forgot the number. I'm sorry. I know Becky Bagley's lost 45, and she's on the right. The best thing, though, about Kim's story isn't really how much weight she lost. It's the fact that she's outliving life. She's now a personal trainer. She took sitting on the couch and cleaning homes and has turned it into, she's a personal trainer, and she's out changing lives. It's so exciting. Becky, oh my goodness, 45 pounds, and she's out impacting lives as well. Paul Hilmer on the bottom left has lost over 100 pounds. And so we often focus on, oh, I just have to lose weight. I have to lose weight. I just want to lose weight. I have to lose weight. And maybe that's you on this call tonight. But understand, losing weight is awesome. Truly it is. But it's the life that you gain when you lose that weight, the active lifestyle, biking and coaching people and swimming and watching Paul go after his dreams. It's a total person. Our focus isn't just on losing weight. So another big thing too is many times when I talk to people and coach people about losing weight, it's because they'll say to me, I just am so out of control with my eating. And so if you want control, this is a great place to start. And again, this is not a quick fix. This happens over time, but the great thing is that you say goodbye to that weight for a long time. Back in September, Zija launched an essential oil line. Many of you may know what essential oils is, maybe you don't, but I can tell you that I knew nothing, absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, I had a friend, once we launched essential oils, she was already drinking Smart Mix, and so I called her to tell her, hey, we have essential oils now. And she said to me, oh, I've been using essential oils for a really long time. And I was mad at her. I said, what? You've been using essential oils, they've been enhancing your life and doing all these amazing things, and you didn't tell me about it? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I said, I have 4 children. You know how many essential oils we could have used versus all the chemicals? And so what Ameo, that's the name of our essential line, is Ameo. We launched it, $10 million, 42 oils launched at once, the biggest launch in essential oils. But this is why we could do that, because of the man that stands behind it. And I don't have a picture of him, but I want to tell you about Dr. Plant. He has studied at the National Institute of Health. He graduated first in his class at Harvard. He really, really wanted to be a part of looking into prevention, not treatment. He could have worked for anybody, anywhere, and he sought out Zija because Zija is so powerful on the prevention side, doing the work before. He knows how important it is to have health. And so he is the one that's behind this Ameo, and it is amazing. Like I said, I knew nothing in September, and so maybe that's you, you're like, this screen does nothing for me. Honest, it did nothing for me 6 months ago. But now in our household, we are constantly asking, is there an oil for that? And it's not just mom saying, oh, I wonder if there's an oil that will help you with that. My children know where the oil book is. If they get a scratchy throat, as you can imagine, 6 people living in a household, lots of different things come in here. And they are constantly looking in that book to see if there's an oil that can help. So again, just like the nutrition line, we're replacing bad habits with good habits. this is the same thing. I've been replacing some over-the-counter medicines with our oils, replacing harsh chemicals with oils, cleaning supplies with oils. So it's a learning process. It's not an automatic, but I can tell you these things work. Every day that I'm out and about with other people that are using these oils, they stop me. Denise, you are not even going to believe what happened when I used tea tree on, and they just go into these awesome stories. And it's so fun. People are so excited about what these products are doing in their lives. Some of the things, science behind it, for those science people on the call, love science people, is we have Certified, and that comes from Dr. Plant as well. Our essential oils are cell permeable, which is so important because life begins at the cellular level, and ours are clinical grade. So understand that if you look up our oils on our website, and then sometimes people will go buy them at a grocery store. I understand. I tried to do the same thing before I could get them. We had a few samples of lemon and lavender, and I was so excited. I thought, oh, I'm going to go to the grocery store and figure these out. And so I asked the guy, I said, oh, I want to get a lemon that I can put in my water. And he just kind of looked at me and said, why would you put that in your water? I said, well, because I want to drink it, and it does this, this, and this. I don't think I'd drink that. And so I learned very quickly. So for those that are new, all essential oils are not the same. And so do your homework. Make sure that you know exactly the uses. And the last thing I'll say about essential oils, I think this is important, if you bring them into your home, if they have a child-proof cap, then those are essential oils that are not supposed to be consumed. Just so you know, because a lot of people will ask me, why is this a different cap? That's why. I would encourage you, go to ameo.com and just click on the different oils. Look at the different uses of lemon. Look at the different uses of peppermint, lavender. You'll be amazed, just like I was. And then when you start using them in your home, you'll be so excited. I can't even. I could talk forever about the testimonies of oils, but you guys would all get off going, I didn't learn anything except about her family's testimonies. So I can't say enough good about them. All right, the other component, the third business division for us is Ripsticks supplement products. And what I love about Zija is they're always on the leading edge. They're always trying to improve, and they're really improving the health of all of us. And so they saw a need for athletes to help them reach their full potential, yet do it in a healthy way. I've talked to other athletes. I don't live in a gym. I work out, but I'm not a CrossFitter that I'm trying to beat PRs and achieve high levels. But as I've talked to athletes and I've asked them, I'm like, tell me about the products you were taking. They're like, well, I got a great workout, but it wasn't very healthy. Or a gentleman that I talked to about him, he said, well, I would get all jacked up and have an awesome workout, and I'd crash the rest of the day because it wasn't healthy for me. So this is an all-natural product line. We have 4 in this product line. The first one is Ignite, which is a pre-workout. The second is called Fuel. This replenishes your electrolytes. The third is Recover. Many of the top athletes, the CrossFitters, the marathoners, they are raving about the Recover. It has branched-chain amino acids, and it helps remove that lactic acid buildup from your muscles. Now, like I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm building a business, and I do love to work out. I love to be strong. So Ignite and Recover are 2 of my favorites. Those days where I don't even want to work out because I've got everything piled up around me, I drink an Ignite and I go work out. And Recover is so good. Maybe you know somebody who's just getting back into working out and they just don't even want to get started because it's so sore and so painful. Recover will be their best friend. It's just so helpful to help you do it. It does exactly what it says. You recover. And also, my daughter is a high school athlete, and every day she comes home from practice, she drinks a Recover so that the next day she can go back and work hard again. The fourth component, Hydrate, is safe for everybody. It replaces your pop, your sugary drinks, your Gatorades, and it's healthy and it helps replenish electrolytes. My children love to take it to school in water. and drink it for lunch. I've got a lot of little soccer players that get cramps, and when it's 95 degrees outside, they absolutely live on hydrate. And so it's got a great taste. And again, it's all natural. It's so safe for you, which is what we want to make sure we're being safe and putting healthy things in our bodies. Those are the amazing products that we have. And again, I didn't dive deep. I'm sure if you're an athlete, you're looking at this going, I want to know more and tell me more. Well, the good news is you can go to ripsticksupplements.com, and there's a bunch of videos, literature, and always get back with the person that invited you to this webinar. We have amazing athletes on our team, and what I love about our team is we're very synergistic, and so we like to help each other. And so I'll take people that are CrossFitters, I'm not, and put them on the phone with another CrossFitter, and they can talk CrossFit and get their questions answered. So make sure you get your questions answered as you look at our products. Moving on to the business, I can tell you that when I looked at the business, I didn't really even understand that it was network marketing. I'm a pretty simple person, and I got excited about a product. I got excited about the core nutrition line. I got excited about feeling good. Maybe that's you today, and you're on this webinar and you're like, I just want to feel good. I'm so tired I'm just tired of being sick and tired, or I'm tired of these extra 20 pounds. Or maybe you're an athlete on this and you're like, I just want to break through my next plateau, and these products are going to help me do that. Well, I didn't have any experience in business. Like I said, I used to be an engineer a long time ago, but I had heard stories of a lot of people who had been in network marketing and had done it wrong, or had been done wronged, right? And so I was just excited about a product. I didn't even realize it was network marketing. Then when I realized it was network marketing, I was like, oh no, I don't know if I want to be in this, because I've heard all these horrible stories and they're just nightmares. And what I realized is our team operates with so much integrity, and the people are so real. Many people on my team especially were first-time network marketers. And so I was like, I don't want to be held back just because of somebody else's bad experience. I was going to step into it, and I didn't want to miss out. I didn't want to miss out for my family. I wanted to provide for my family in a different way, and I still wanted to be around for my kids. So our team, I'm so proud of our team. We do it right. And that is just so, so important to know, and the integrity that we have. Another thing, too, is when it comes to this business model, I wish I would have known about it prior, maybe in college, learned about it there, because what we were taught in college, my husband and I, was that go to school, go to college, get a great degree, get a great job, and you'll have that job forever. Well, one of the things that led us to the state of Kentucky was that Michigan just got hammered in 2005, 2006. It just, for a long time. And so my husband actually lost his job twice, and it caused us to have to move to Kentucky. And I grow roots very, very deep, so to leave friends and family was crushing with 4 little kids. And so what I found with this opportunity is Kentucky is our home. I love Michigan. I will always love Michigan. But Kentucky is my kids' home. And I don't ever want to have to say to them, oh, sorry, Dad lost his job again. So on a part-time basis, I've been able to build our plan B. Every single day I do a little bit. And it has just become this huge blessing of vacations I could have never imagined for my family, opportunities for me of just personal growth and development, building a plan B for our family. Our health is through the roof. It's just, the model has been so perfect for us. And not to mention, something I won't even dive into, is being on the right side of the tax code. And that's another question for the person that invited you to this. They can walk you through what that means. And so the last couple of things I want to talk about. This is so important. We have amazing products. We do. We are a category creator for Moringa oleifera. We impact lives. We change lives. I can't tell you how many people call me crying because the product has given them their life back. Those are their words, not mine. However, you can have all those great things and have it completely destruct. The reason that that I think just in my bones and in the core of me that I get so excited about is we know everything rises and falls on leadership. And this man right here, Ken Brailsford, he's the father of herbal encapsulation. This isn't his first go round. He didn't just wake up one day and say, I think I want to do this. This is his third company. His other two companies are still in existence today. They stood the test of time. I can tell you the place that 20 years ago, the place that I wrote my thesis is a parking lot today. The plant where we were making a million, I won't tell you what it was, but a million widgets, and we couldn't keep up with production. We couldn't keep up with the demand for our product back in 95 and 96. That plant today is empty. Empty. It's gone. It doesn't operate anymore. And so here's a man, started two companies, one in the 70s, one in the 80s. They're still around today. He came out of retirement to start this company because, and all of you can do this, because he watched a Discovery Channel documentary on Moringa oleifera. All of you can go to YouTube, type in Discovery Channel documentary, Moringa oleifera, and watch what he watched. It was an hour-long documentary, and he felt spiritually prompted to start our company because he felt Moringa oleifera could just change the lives of countless people. Because of Ken, I hope this is important to all of you, we are a debt-free company, and he's the bank, and it's the main reason so many of us can thrive. And so his purpose was to bring Moringa oleifera to the world so it could help people. And if that's in your heart to help people, we are the company for you to join, because you'll absolutely just be so excited about changing lives. So hopefully this has educated you. This is just a quick little walkthrough step. How do I get started? What do I do? Those of you who are like, I like what I see, and I have a product testimony, I want to build my product testimony. I encourage you to build your business testimony at the same time you build your product testimony. So get back with the person who invited you. Get in where you fit in. Start where you see yourself starting. We love everybody, and we can help everybody build a business. Your first 48 hours are critical for a coaching plan. And understand our company and the timing right now, we're at $200 million, and it is skyrocketing. This is the time. It's happening. Schedule your business launch. Invite some friends over, mother, brother, sister, cousin, good friend. Just be excited. Have them over. Follow the system. And the biggest thing, too, when I say follow the system, the person can help you identify that, and just join us. You will be so grateful that you joined and that you're starting to change other people's lives. So I'm just going to show this chart real quick. There's different places you can get in. The person that invited you to this can help you. I love option 2 and option 3. They give you so much product that you can just flood the market, start blessing people's lives, and recover your initial investment. And so I started with option 3. And I never looked back. It was the best option for me. But, maybe that's not you today. But do just get started, because there are people out there tonight that are praying for an opportunity. There are people in your life, they may not have said it, but they are tired of being sick and tired, or they want hope. They're looking for something to come into their life. And so you have something that you just watched, you just educated yourself on, you can absolutely change somebody's life. So thank you so much, again, for your time. It's at 9:35. I hope that it blessed you tonight, that you saw something. Maybe it piqued your interest and you know somebody else that could use this as well. We just thank you so much. I can't encourage you enough to get started changing your life, and get back with the person that invited you to this. They will be able to direct you and help you and guide you. At this time, we're going to transition kind of into a second webinar that's tied to this for new distributors and current distributors and old distributors. I always love watching this training because it reminds me of things that I can improve upon. So if you're thinking, hey, what's involved in this? Can I do this? I encourage you, stick around. I'm going to go through some basic training. Would love to share it with you. But if you're like, I just need a case of Smart Mix and get healthy, absolutely go ahead, get back with that person, and they can get you set up and start changing your life. So thank you again for your time tonight. I hope to meet you at different events. I love meeting new people. All right, so we're going to move into the training part, fast start training. Some of the questions that's important to know is, why Zija? And it doesn't have to be I know when I filled out my paperwork when I got started, I'm like, I don't know why Zija. I wanted to lose weight, so I bought a big package. But when I started to look deeper into it, I knew I wanted to make money so that my kids could participate in some sports. You see, we made choices for me to be a stay-at-home mom, so I gave up some things. And by working this business, by doing this, I thought, well, maybe I can add some things in. Maybe I can make, $500 a month. So I started to come up with my why, and my why was my kids. My why was, I want to create things for my children that I wouldn't have been able to create if I continued down the path we were on. Also, I never want to move my children again, so that plan B really comes in. So if you ask me emotionally, Denise, does your why, I don't know if you've heard this, your why needs to make you cry. Does your why make you cry? I'm not a crier, but I'm sure if I got pushed about providing for my kids, I might. So, but just know that, why are you doing this? In the beginning, I just wanted to get my money back. I bought a big package. I just wanted to get my money back. And so it grows. Your why will grow with you. Getting in requires you to get out of something. There are things that you're starting a part-time business. And so you want to treat it like you are the CEO of your multi-million-dollar business. And just get started. And you'll know the things that are in your life, like maybe TV, too much TV. You'll know the things that are not adding to your business. Make a list. Super important. First step, make a list. We're going to talk to people. We're going to ask questions. And so you can't talk to people unless you know your list. And so if you look at what's bolded here, super, super important, is avoid using an AK-47 to your warm market. And what a warm market is the people that you know, everyday life. So for me, the PTA moms, my neighbors, my family, people that you interact with on an everyday basis. So many times we get excited that we are out, we refer to it as having the Zija flu, or vomiting on people. Like, you've got to try this moringa thing. It's got 36 anti-inflammatories and 46 antioxidants and blah, 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 and we just like throw up on them. And they're looking at us and they're afraid of us. So you want to just make your list and get some coaching. Get that coaching in so that when you're out and about, you're not throwing up on people, you're asking questions. And so we'll talk more about that later, but definitely get some coaching on that so you don't blow up your whole warm market. The other thing too tonight, write down these words, profit-producing activities. They are critical. You are the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business. So as a CEO, if you were running General Motors or you were running Toyota or any Procter & Gamble, you would want to make sure your company was producing a profit, right? So the same thing as this is, there are activities that lead to producing a profit. And you want to make sure you're doing those. And what does that come down to? Contacting people and asking them to look at information. So how do we do that? When you're making your list, I would encourage you that you want to think about people that are winners, people are successful, people that may be looking for a different opportunity, people with a track record of success. And with that too, you want to make sure that as you're going down this journey, and I always joke with people because this was not me in the beginning, is I was always teachable but not necessarily coachable. So for you, in your heart, decide that whoever enrolls you, your sponsor, your sponsor's sponsor, your leadership, just be coachable. They've been where you are, and they've built it and they've started it. So if they coach you to take action a certain way, don't question them. you can ask questions, how to, but they know. And so I was very chokeable because I questioned everybody, and so I did it wrong. And when you do it wrong, your business can take a little bit of a long time to start. So I just always put that out there. Be teachable, be coachable. Ask yourself, was I coachable on that? Did I take their advice? Did I seek counsel? Also, if you're just getting started, always seek counsel of the folks that are in the business. Seek counsel from teammates that are getting it done. Seek counsel from people who are rank advancing. Seek counsel. Be careful of opinions. So many times, like we might reach out to somebody who's not even in our business and ask their opinion. What do you think about this and this and this? And so be careful. You want to seek counsel from people who are where you are going. And the company is so exciting, has come out with these academy modules, and I can't encourage you enough. Like Chris Estes, amazing leader, amazing teacher, cast vision. He worked with the company on these academy modules, and now he's doing LUAs, Life Unlimited Academies. He's going to be in Louisville this week. Log into your back office. Find out where he is. If you have to buy a plane ticket to get there, I would. They are that good. Take a recording device, record him. I can't say enough good about his teaching. So getting started fast. Complete a list of prospects. We've kind of talked about that. Categorize your list into 10 business builders and 10 product customers. One of the ways that I talk about business builders is because I kind of stumbled on that. I'm like, what do you mean business builder? Like, who would that be? Well, I used to play sports, so maybe you were an athlete in your prior life, or maybe you were competitive in your prior life. And so it finally made sense to me one day. Somebody said, Denise, if you were going to assemble a basketball team, who would you put? What 10 people would you put on that basketball team to compete? Who do you know that are competitors? And who do you know that are winners? And it was like, oh, that's a completely different list than I was making. So I don't know if that helps clear things up for you, but it's the whole business builder thing is foggy. Who's competitive? Who likes to win? Who are driven? Who's a hard worker? Who do you like to be around? I can tell you there's one person to this day I ran away as fast as I could because I didn't want her on my team. She complains all the time, and I knew if I was building a business and I had somebody constantly complaining and chirping in my ear and pulling me down and asking negative questions and spreading negativity, it was going to be really, really hard to build a business, and so I ran away. But that was my decision. You don't have to do it. I did. Okay, step 2. Notice this doesn't say your sponsor is going to call you. It says you need to call your upline sponsor. So I would work together, put a plan in place. We use 3-way calling all the time. Use a gold or higher in your upline, somebody that's a leader, somebody that's, and now remember, you want to seek counsel from somebody who's getting it done, somebody who's out there swimming, somebody who's out there doing presentations in the home, somebody who's doing home events, sit downs, who's enrolling. Get with your sponsor and get with one of those people to have them walk you through very, very simple. We want to take action, right? A way to peak, pass, and plug. So here's what peaking is. I thought peaking was puking. I went to all the people on my list. Well, I didn't even make a list. I was bad. I encourage you very much, make a list. But I went and just puked all over people. Like, you want to try this Zija thing. It's going to help your foot. It's going to help your knee. You need it. Da, 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 da. And if you read here the definition of peak, edify them, or in other words, compliment them. Ask questions. Hey, I remember the last time we went for a walk, your knee was killing you. Does your knee still hurt? So asking questions. And then the third component, listen. I didn't do any of that. So instead of peeking, I puked. I puked all over people. So I encourage you, ask some questions. Matter of fact, I was so bad at asking questions when I first started. I would ask my upline. I'd say, can you help me? I don't even know what questions to ask. And besides laughing at me, he helped me. And he said, maybe you could ask this. So if you don't ask a lot of questions and conversations and you're the one usually doing all the talking, that's great. It's just your personality profile. You might want to seek somebody out and ask them, can you help me with some questions? Passing. Remember, you are not the tool. You are not the expert. You don't want to be the one answering all the questions. That's another place I made mistakes. Something about engineers, we think we have to have all the answers. And so I spent a lot of time memorizing things that weren't necessary. So in this situation, passing is using something that's not you. So a newspaper, videos, we don't even use newspapers very much anymore, sizzle calls, conference calls. Your best tool is another person, another story. And always use sense of urgency and schedule that time to follow up. For example, my neighbor the other day said, hey, I got to get those trees, Denise. We've been too sick. And I texted him later. I said, were you serious about the trees? And he said, absolutely, very serious. I said, great. I have some information I can send you. Do you think you can watch that tonight? And can we talk tomorrow at 1? So I have urgency. I want him to watch it tonight, and we'll talk the next day at 1 o'clock. I'm scheduling that appointment. And sometimes I felt weird in the beginning about scheduling appointments, very, very weird. This is what I learned. When I leave the doctor office, they schedule my next appointment. When I leave the dentist, they schedule the next appointment. When I left the eye doctor, they schedule the next appointment a year out. So if it's okay for those professionals to schedule appointments, then it must be okay for me to schedule appointments to follow up with people. Plugging them into something other than you. So, so critical. And then here's the follow-up. Don't you love this? If you're new, I hope you love this. You don't have to get creative about what to say. It's right here. Asking them if they looked at the information, what did you like best, what questions do you have, and what do you want to know more about? And you can see here again, you don't want to have the answers, and then you want to get them on the line with an expert or invite them to a webinar or get some product in their hands. Lots of different things that you can do during that follow-up. And again, seek counsel, get that guidance, get some coaching before you take that action. I love these. If you've got your camera, this is a great time to take a picture of this or freeze frame on your phone. These are the questions of Zija. So, today I asked a lot of people, would it be okay if I sent you some information to a webinar for you to jump on from your home? Yes or no? Are you okay with having that knee pain forever? Are you okay with not going on a vacation this year? They might be okay with that, but you're just asking questions. And probably my favorite is if I would you, and I ask that repeatedly. If I send you that, are you really going to watch it? If I drop this CD off, are you going to watch the DVD? Where do you see yourself? When you get people that you've asked 3 or 4 times, you can ask them, where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a customer? Do you see yourself as a customer and sharing these products with other people, helping them replace their bad habits with good habits? How can we take the next step? And then also the indirect of, I know you're not interested, but who do you know? So some just great questions, again, to help all of us be better at asking questions. Daily, consistency, the compound effect, those things are so important. And so knowing what you want in Zija, knowing how to get it, and then knowing each day consistently, what do I need to do? And these are some great guidelines. They come from Chris Estes. They come from Team Elite. Bread for Your Head, if you're new, that is the personal development. Growing in this business, you won't even believe how far you've come in 3.5 years. Or however, when I wake up, I'm like, wow, I'm in different situations all the time, and I can see my growth. And so that bread for your head is so important as you go into leading a team. You want to make sure that you're personally developed. And then also, in this business especially, you attract what you become. And that personal development we can't say enough about. We could have spent the last hour on just personal development. Exposing, following up, making 3-way calls, and having events, all super important for building a business that will sustain itself and grow. These are some great places, great resources. I encourage everybody to do their homework. The modules aren't on this page, but modules are that the company put out. Everything I've taken probably in the last 3.5 years, at least 5 3-ring binders of notes. I'm a big note taker. It's how I learn. And every single thing that I've ever written down is in those modules. I can't say enough good about them. Engage in personal development. If you don't know what to read, ask. I know our team, we have a book of the period, so everybody's reading the same thing at the same time. It gets super fun. We have a team call. Every team across Zija has team calls. Plug into those. Don't miss them. They're your growth. They're how you're going to go forward and continue sharing. Events like the LUA, find out where the LUA is. Join your team Facebook page and plug in. Be coachable, be teachable, commit to a year. Just like we ask our customers to commit to 90 days, commit to Zija for a year. Commit to being consistent for a year. Commit to, 20, 40 minutes, 2 hours, whatever you can afford each day to doing those profit-producing activities, and commit to them for a year and see how your business compounds. There's just so many amazing things that come from being a part of Zija. So that's the presentation tonight. That's the training. I pray that it added value to you, added value to your guests that you had on. Be sure to follow up with them within the next 24 hours. Ask them those questions. Plug them into an expert. And I just pray that God continues to bless all of our lives and all of our businesses, and that we just keep it straight, keep it real, and just really help people make those changes in their lives. Thanks, everybody, and have a great night.